starting. Johannes, give us your assessment of that result.
I think it's a difficult one because I should try not to be too disrespectful, because I think Swansea did well and I think they made a good performance. But I think we lose to us because we perform like we did, especially in the first half, where we don't have the control over the game. We don't take care of our chances, and we invite them in with, of course, a silly goal to begin with, and situations where I think we should have, taken better care of the individual situations in it.
As you say, the worst possible start. You do all that preparation, and 4 minutes in, you can't really legislate for that as a head coach, I guess, when your players make basic errors.
No, and that's how it is, and it should not sound like that's the only reason, because I actually think, no matter how you perform, you can always concede a goal, and that's how it is. It's about the response afterwards, and I think we created 2 very good chances the 5-10 minutes after the goal. So I think actually the response was good. What I don't like is that it was too open. It was too much back and forth, and it was we didn't have the control over the game, which I expect that we can have also going away. So I like the second half way better. Still some areas for us to improve, and of course everyone can see that we have to be more effective and show more quality up front, so we at least get a point from a game like today.
As you say, I mean, from about 84th minute on there, Borja could have 2 or 3 goals. You need to take one of those chances, don't you? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he knows, so there's no need for me sitting here and telling him that.
You talked about the lack of control maybe in the first half. I mean, cross midfield generally, were you not happy with what you got today individually and collectively maybe in that area of the pitch?
No, and again I would say it's so easy for a coach to sit down and say it's individual quality, but again it's also my responsibility to find the best possible positions for the guys that we have and put them into roles where they can show their qualities. So it's always a bigger picture than that, and we have to look at all the decisions that we took before this game, putting the players into these positions that we prepared. Because of course I don't think we looked that comfortable, or at least not comfortable enough in first half, and that's for all of us to look into.
I just wanted to ask you on one of those. You went with Oscar today on that sort of right attacking side, maybe instead of Ante. What was you sort of pre-match thinking then?
It was based on that Oscar's been with us for the last 14 days, or how many days it is after the Coventry game, and Ante has been away on national team, so we've had the possibility to work more with Oscar and find the role for him. So it was based on that, and then of course also to give Ante a start where there's not too much pressure on him from day one, but he finds his role and he finds his way into the team, and I liked his attitude too in second half when he came on, because he was actually a threat down the right side.
I mean, obviously I wouldn't expect you to sort of give us an insight into what you've said to the players at the final, so but have you expressed that frustration you've got with the performance today? Yeah. But again, like everything we do it together, and I will be the last guy to sit here and blame people for performances. It's us, and it's down to preparation and down to how we find the best possible positions and movements against the team that we're going to play against. And today maybe we lacked a little bit of quality with movements and positions on the last third, and also we lacked quality in the finishing parts. So it's for all of us to look and see how we can make sure that we are better next Saturday. I'm sure you wouldn't offer it as an excuse, but obviously the high and the sense you had some momentum after the Cov game. You've obviously got the international calendar. That's how it is. But do you think that 2 weeks has not helped you in this regard now?
But it's not important. It's not important. We can talk about so many things that we cannot affect, down to referees and fans and everything that we cannot affect. That's how it is. What I see again from our fans is full support throughout 90 minutes, which is fantastic. And what we can affect is that we have these national breaks, and we have 10-12 days to train with the players that are back in the building. So it's fine, and it's the same for every team in the league. So that's how it is.
And obviously zooming out, I mean, you said on Thursday, this period now, very important period, a lot of games between now and Christmas. There's going to be ups and downs in terms of performance, and was that re-emphasised today, following on from Coventry?
Yeah, and that's what annoys me the most. That's the performance, because we have high expectations that what we did, especially first half. I think second was okay, and we don't concede many chances. I think that's positive. In general, when we play at the moment, I think that's positive.
But we have to look into how we can convert some of these chances that we create.
Just to obviously ask you one notable absentee, Anis Slimani. What can you tell us on him?
Yeah, apparently he felt something after the training Thursday and was not in Friday in the session. So, but we hope it's something not too serious, and actually hope that he can be back on pitch next week. So it was also just for us not to take too much risk, and yeah, with his situation, not to risk anything.
Okay, can you just give us an indication what we're talking there?
It's not a hamstring, but it is in that area. So we just have to be careful and make sure that we take the best decisions and are not too only looking one game ahead, but are looking at the bigger picture and see how we can be available for as many games as possible here before the next national break.
Yeah. So just, I mean, obviously, you need to assess him further, but it doesn't feel like you're ruling him out at this stage for a period of games.
No, it doesn't seem like that. But again, my focus, with all due respect to the injured players, because of course we're going to need them, but my focus will always be on the players that can perform for us here and now. So I will look back at it tomorrow, and then we see Monday when we start training again.
Thanks, Johannes.
Johannes, 5 matches in the Championship now. What are your thoughts now you've had some time competing in the league?
It's a competitive league, and a league where, if you look at it from the positive side, is that you can more or less win every game. The more negative side is that you can also lose every game. So I tend to watch it from the first side that I mentioned. So it's even, it's competitive games, and I think most important for me is that we are improving. We wasted 90 minutes in Oxford in the opening, but from there on we could see that we got better against Blackburn, better against Sheffield, better against Coventry, and I think also what we see today in some moments is that we are not just a team where, even though we go away, we sit back and we are satisfied with a draw. No, we go out there to win, and that's how we're going to play. But of course also we have to look at areas where we can improve, because we have to make sure that we are better. We have to make sure that we are better Saturday, and we have to make sure that when you ask me that question in November, we're even better than what we are now.
Compared to Denmark, how would you compare it in terms of intensity and competitiveness? Was that a bit of a shock for you?
No. With all due respect to Championship, it's a great league, but in Denmark you also is Champions League teams. Some of the teams in that league. So I think it's competitive, and I think the intensity is maybe on the same level. I think there's a bigger difference between top and bottom in Denmark than there is here, and here you could actually see it also just going through the results that every game is it's an even one. So what I can say is that in Denmark I will be a little bit more disappointed losing a game, because there's only 32 of them. Here there's 46, so that's the positive side, that we have some games still in the rest of the season to win.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thank you.